This is the mystery of Pentecost. I wonder what could be inside. This looks like a parable box, but it is red. It must be like a parable and yet not be a parable. I have an idea. Let's look inside and see what's there. There are some things inside to help tell the story. There was once a great tower. Everyone working on the tower spoke the same language and worked together. But as the tower grew taller and taller, they began to talk in different ways. The tower came close to God, but the people forgot why they were building it. They grew so proud of themselves, they began to think they were greater builders than God. Each group thought they were better than any of the others. A huge noise replaced their talking. It made no sense. Everyone was babbling. Soon the tower fell down. So it was called the Tower of Babel. The language of the people of the earth was shattered and broke into splinters. Each one was beautiful, but it was broken. Thousands of years passed. Then Jesus died on the cross, but somehow he was still with the people around him, as he is with us. They kept seeing him, and they couldn't let him go. Then one day something amazing happened. The disciples were in Jerusalem. Here they are: Peter, James, John, Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James the Less, Simon, and Jude. Jesus took them outside Jerusalem to a mountain called Olivet. Jesus then went up, and soon the Holy Spirit would come down. The 11 disciples went back to the city. They were full of joy and went to the temple to pray. They went to the upper room, and with God's help, they decided Matthias would take Judas's place. On Sunday, the 12 were together again. Suddenly, there was a sound like a mighty, rushing wind. It was the Holy Spirit. They became so full of its power that they seemed to be on fire. Their tongues burned in their mouths. They were so excited that people wondered what was going on. When the disciples went out onto the street, there were people there from many different countries. They spoke many different languages. Everyone could see that the 12 had come close to God, and God had come close to them in a new way. It no longer mattered that they spoke different languages. The disciples had become apostles. They went out into all the world to tell the story. Ever since, Pentecost has been celebrated to remember that day. I wonder what part of the story you like best. I wonder, what's the most important part of this story? I wonder where you are in this story. What part is about you? I wonder if you have ever come close to something like this. I wonder if there's anything in our church that reminds you of this. Have fun wondering.